Okay, good morning, everybody, and welcome to the July 1st Subdivision Review Committee. And let me start with the announcement. In compliance with directives of the county, state, and Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, this meeting is live streamed and closed to the public. Temporary procedures are subject to change pursuant to the guidelines related to social distancing and minimizing person-to-person contact. To make verbal comments at today's meeting, please dial 916-875-2500 and follow the prompts to be placed into a queue for a specific agenda item or off-agenda item. When the public comment period is open for a specific item or an off-agenda item, you'll be transferred from the queue into the meeting to make your verbal comment. Written comments are always accepted, and so if you need to do that, please send your email comment to board clerk, that's one word, capital B, capital C, and clerk, at saccounty.net. Your comment will be routed to the committee and filed for the record. For committee members, please use a handset or headset. Mute your devices when not speaking, and we won't have background noise. Announce your name, if you would, when you are speaking on an agenda item so everybody knows who's talking. And when we call for a second and a motion in a second, please announce your name prior to making the motion in a second so we have your name for the record. The clerk will take a voice vote and confirm the results. Subdivision Review Committee is a county hearing authority and designated advisory body for all matters relating to tentative parcel maps. The committee is comprised of senior staff from county departments of planning, engineering, environmental management, a safety officer from either Metro Fire or the Sheriff's Department, and myself, a public representative appointed by the board. In the instances where an item is being considered by the committee also involves a use permit, special development permit, or other type of permit, a simultaneous meeting of this committee and the zoning administrator may be convened. And the representative from planning may also act as a zoning administrator and render decisions on certain permit applications. As a hearing authority for these items, the committee takes into consideration all county codes, the general plan, and other relevant county ordinances, resolutions, policies, and regulations applicable to its examination and review of tentative parcel maps. The decision of the committee on these matters is final unless an appeal is filed within 10 days of our decision with the clerk of the board. Appeals of committee decisions are considered by the Planning Commission. So first thing we need to do is, Secretary would please call the roll.
Certainly. Member Mejia?
Here.
Member Santiago?
Here.
Member Floyd?
Here.
Member Smith?
Here.
Member Hicks?
Here.
Member Holloway?
Here.
And we have a quorum, and just for the record, the sheriff will be the voting member today.
Okay. Let's see. First thing we need to do is if we have anybody from the public who would like to speak today, we need to get you sworn in, and so the clerk of the committee will swear you in.
Okay.
Do we have anybody?
We do not.
Okay. All right. So first, please call first item, which is the action summary of June 17.
And Chairperson Holloway, can we do the oath for the applicants as well?
Oh, I thought that's what I was doing. Yeah, let's go ahead and administer the oath.
Okay. Okay, so please raise your right hand and the appropriate response as I do. Do you swear that the testimony you are about to give is the truth, so help you God? If you do not swear, do you so affirm? And I just unmuted the applicant.
So the applicant needs to agree again.
Yes.
This is Mike Fletch for the applicant, Kumar, and I affirm.
Thank you.
Okay. Terrific. Thank you. Okay. Item number 1, action summary, June 17.
Item 1 is to approve the action summary from the June 17th, 2021 meeting.
Okay. Do we have any additions or corrections to the minutes? None appearing, then a chair would entertain a motion and a second. I'll move approval.
Mejia,
Do we have a second?
Mejia, second.
All right, we have a motion and a second. Without further discussion, please call the roll.
Member Mejia,
Aye.
Member Santiago,
Aye.
Member Floyd,
Aye.
Member Hicks,
Aye.
and Member Holloway.
Aye.
And motion carries.
All right. Okay, item 2, please.
Item 2, 624 West Elkhorn Boulevard, tentative parcel map located at 624 West Elkhorn Boulevard in the Rio Linda, Alberta community. Request is for a tentative parcel map and design review in the environmental dock is exempt.
Good morning. This is Kimber Gutierrez, and I will be presenting the PLNP 2020-00069 project. Since we heard this item at the last meeting, I'm just going to do a quick overview and then jump into the addendum. So the project site is approximately 2.03 acres in size and is located on the southwest West Elkhorn Boulevard and West 6th in the Rio Linda, Alberta community. The site is also zoned AR2. And just to refresh everyone's memory, the site was originally part of a larger parent parcel that was divided pursuant to a deed recorded on August 8, 2017. So the deed created separate ownership interests in the two portions of the parent parcel, which includes the portion outlined in yellow. The parcel map was never filed to create this division of real properties. Thus, the ownership interests were created unlawfully in violation of the Subdivision Map Act and Title 22 of the Sacramento County Code. Next slide, please. So through coordination with the Sacramento County Surveyor, the remedy to the violation is to file a one-lot parcel map. So the applicant is requesting a one-lot tentative parcel map and design review to apply parcel. Next slide, please. Here is the parcel map. Next slide. The project was heard by the Subdivision Review Committee, I believe on June 17th, not 16th. So following a staff presentation at that meeting, the SRC did question the availability of public water and public sewer services for the site. So after that discussion at the meeting, the SRC voted to continue the item to today's hearing, July 1st, to allow for further coordination on public water and public sewer services. Slide. I'm going to start with the public water discussion. So pursuant to Title 22, our Sacramento County Land Development Ordinance, subdivisions zoned AR2 or denser do require domestic water be provided for all lots from a public water supply source and distribution system. So following the June SRC hearing, I did correspond with the Rio Linda, Alberta Water District, and I did receive confirmation that public water infrastructure is in close proximity to the subject site. It does run along Elkhorn Boulevard as well as a portion of West 6th Street. So the connection to the public water system is available for future development of the site. So the original environmental management department condition stating prior to building permit issuance, each parcel shall be connected to public water, which is condition number 15, will remain as written. Moving on to the sewer and septic discussion. So the project site is located outside of the boundaries of Sacramento Area Sewer District, as well as the Sacramento Regional County Sanitation District, but they are within the urban service boundary. So annexation is required in order to obtain public sewer service, and the nearest public sewer infrastructure is located over a half a mile to the west of the project site. So given the distance to the existing public sewer infrastructure, as well as the size and zoning of the subject site, private septic systems are allowed to be installed and will be required should annexation and connection to the public sewer system not be pursued by the applicant. So I did coordinate with EMD And advisory condition number 42 has been revised to require individual septic system installation in compliance with EMD's requirements should the annexation to SASD not be pursued. In addition to that revision, planning staff has been working with County Council to develop 2 standard conditions to be applied to all discretionary entitlement requests. Those 2 conditions have been included as part of the conditions of approval as conditions 2 and 3. And the applicant has reviewed all of these conditions with the revisions and additions. So next slide, please. The project remains consistent with the general plan, community plan, and the zoning code as conditioned. The project is compatible with surrounding zoning and land uses. There are no significant environmental concerns, and the project was supported by the Rio Linda Alberta CPAC, as well as the Design Review Advisory Committee. So for these reasons, staff continues to recommend approval of this project with the attached findings and conditions. And with that, I will conclude my presentation and can answer any questions.
Okay, thank you, Kimber. Do we have any questions from the committee? And we have no public comments. And would the applicant like to make a statement? Hey, Stephanie, is the applicant unmuted?
Yes, he's unmuted.
Okay, why don't we do this? Has the applicant read and agreed to the conditions of approval?
I don't think we can hear you, Michael. You might be muted on your end.
Hello, this is Mike Fletch for the applicant. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can. Thank you.
Oh, there we are. Sorry, I don't know if that was on my end or not. We have reviewed the revised conditions, and we're agreeable to that, and happy to answer any questions. But otherwise, applicant would simply ask that the map be approved.
Okay, thank you very much. Any questions for the applicant from the committee? Okay. What's the pleasure of the committee?
This is Committee Member Mejia. I recognize the exempt status of the request under Section 153135, Class 15 of the California Environmental Quality Act. I also approve the tentative parcel map, Attachment 3, Exhibit A, subject to the findings and conditions of Attachment 2. And I find that the project is in compliance with the countywide design guidelines, subject to findings and conditions. A motion.
Second, Member
Okay,
Santiago.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Thank you very much. Any further discussion? Let's call the roll.
Member Mejia?
Aye.
Member Santiago?
Aye.
Member Floyd?
Aye.
Member Hicks?
Aye.
Member Holloway?
Aye.
And motion carries.
Okay. Item 3, staff update.
Stephanie, do we have any items for the next meeting? You know?
We will have one item that will be coming to the next meeting
And the
And I
next
can't-
meeting's on
on
the 14th?
the 15th.
15th. Okay.
Yes.
Well, I think this will probably be my last meeting.
Yeah,
Okay.
that was you. That was the other announcement that I think Manuel needs to give us.
Yeah, it was a pleasure serving with you all over these years. It's like the third time I've been on SRC. But like I said, it's always been fun. It's always been great. Thank you, Brian. Thank you, all other members. I'll talk to most of you at the PRC meeting. But anyway, it's been a pleasure. Like I said, so that's pretty much our only announcement is that Timber will now be sitting and as the planning representative for SRC.
Okay.
Well, Jessica, yeah, but you've
Congratulations,
already been
Kimber.
appointed. Yeah, yeah.
Well, Manuel, I can't tell you how much we're going to miss you. Me personally as well. You've done just a masterful job your entire career.
Thanks, Brian.
You bet. Okay, any other staff updates? Item 4, committee member comments. None appearing. Any comments from the public?
We do not have anybody waiting to speak and no written comment either.
Okay. All right. Well, good job, everybody. And I'm going to adjourn the meeting, and we'll see you on the 15th.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you all.